Reflexes versus emphatic pronoun. Most of the time, it has been found very difficult for students to differentiate in between these two because of similarity, and that is the word self or selves. So let's check. Emphatic pronoun. Emphatic pronouns are employed to emphasize the subject. These emphasize the subject or subjects by getting back to it to showcase that the subject takes action. The subject can be the noun or the pronoun as it is customary. So subsequently, they are also characterized as intensive pronouns. Emphatic pronouns are just reflexive pronouns with a different purpose. So as the purpose is different and the usage is different, so that's why one is emphatic and second one is reflexive. Emphatic pronouns are also called intensive pronouns. So keep it remember, dear students, dear audience, that it is also called intensive pronoun. Emphatic pronoun. Emphatic pronouns are employed to stress their antecedent, the previous term to which they relate, and are frequently found straight after the noun they are trying to emphasize. If we talk about emphatic pronouns, here we have the list of all those words, those contain self, and these self-containing words, these are emphatic pronoun, and its usage basically make it emphatic pronoun. Emphatic pronoun, example 1, here we can see John can do it himself. Here we can see John is antecedent of himself, right? And here it is basically showing its emphasis. When it is showing its emphasis, so that's why the word which is showing emphasis, that is called emphatic pronoun. In the second example, women must create the world they want themselves. So here women is basically what it is antecedent of themselves, right? So it is antecedent of themselves, that's why it is emphatic pronoun. Emphatic pronoun again, for instance, William himself informed me all these. So here you can see if we talk about William is antecedent because it has been discussed earlier. It is before than himself. So antecedent of himself is William. And as himself is used for showing the emphasis, that's why this is emphatic pronoun. Same in the next case, I wrapped it up myself. So here I is antecedent of what? Of myself. So myself is basically showing what? It is here used to show emphasis. So that's why it is emphatic pronoun. They themselves change their mind. They themselves. So here again, they is antecedent of themselves, and themselves is for emphasis, for showing emphasis. That's why it is emphatic pronoun. On the other hand, when we talk about reflexive pronouns, these are utilized or employed in referring back to the subject in the statement or the phrase. Moreover, they form a crucial part of the statement and are utilized as the object of the verb. He baked himself a piece of bread. Now, this is the example where reflexive pronoun, in this case, it signifies that the subject, he has performed the verb of baking the bread for himself. The verb is the focal point. And here are the reflexive pronouns. When we talk about reflexive or emphatic pronouns, it's you focus ourselves, myself, yourself, itself, herself, himself, themselves. These all are like emphatic pronoun, but its usage is the main thing, which basically show the difference between reflexive and emphatic pronouns. Reflexive versus emphatic pronoun. As we have already discussed, that emphatic, its name is showing it is basically for emphasis. On the other hand, when we talk about reflexive pronoun, these are used basically or the words, those bounce back towards its subject are called reflexive pronouns. For instance, if we talk about here for these, removing the emphatic pronoun, it If you remove emphatic pronoun, it does not affect the meaning of the sentence. However, removing a reflexive pronoun may alter the meaning of the phrase. We cannot eliminate the reflexive pronoun in the preceding sentence without affecting the statement's meaning. Emphatic pronoun, if you will remove from the sentence, even though the sentence meaning and sense will not be affected. On the other hand, emphatic plays a significant role because it plays the role of object. Here, the difference between reflexive and emphatic pronoun. Reflexive pronouns, they are used to refer back to the subject in a sentence or clause. On the other hand, when we talk about emphatic pronoun, they are used to emphasize their antecedents, noun or pronoun. Second difference, they are reflexive pronouns are an essential part of a sentence. On the other hand, emphatic pronouns, they are a non-essential part of a sentence. Reflexive pronouns are used as the object of a verb. On the other hand, emphatic pronouns are used right after the noun they are emphasizing. For example, I have arranged myself. This is reflexive. Emphatic, I myself have arranged it. The students have gathered there themselves. Here, this is reflexive pronoun. Emphatic, the students themselves have gathered there. Here you can see soon after the students, we have used it, and here it is showing emphasis. Reflexive versus emphatic pronoun, if we discuss it in a nutshell, reflexive pronoun always plays the role of an object. On the other hand, emphatic pronoun is just used for showing emphasis, and it cannot play the role of object. So please keep it remember when we talk about reflexive pronouns, they play the role of an object. On the other hand, emphatic pronoun cannot play the role of object. And this is the difference in between these two. Thank you. Hopefully this video will be helpful for you to understand the difference between these two important types of pronoun, emphatic and reflexive pronoun.